Andrea Bocelli's life story began in the quaint village of La Hatico, near Pisa, Tuscany, where he was born on September 22, 1958. His family, though living simply, was rich in love and warmth. His father, Alejandro, worked in the agricultural industry, while his mother, Eddie, cared for the household and nurtured Andrea's early love for music. From a young age, Andrea was surrounded by the natural sounds of the Tuscan countryside, wind rustling through vineyards, animals calling in the distance, and his mother's gentle songs. Despite being born with congenital glaucoma, Andrea's resilience showed even as a child. His mother, despite the challenges, chose to keep him after a difficult pregnancy. This pivotal decision not only saved his life, but also ignited Andrea's lifelong passion for life and music. He was raised in an environment filled with love and resilience, shaping him into the person he would later become. A life of sound, music as a gateway to the world. Though Andrea was born with a visual impairment, his family ensured that he never felt defined by his condition. From an early age, he was encouraged to engage with music, a language he could truly feel and understand. At 6, Andrea began piano lessons. His parents saw music as a window to the world, a way for their son to experience life beyond sight. He learned not by reading sheet music, but by ear, reproducing melodies perfectly after hearing them once. As his vision deteriorated, music became his sanctuary. At the age of 12, after a tragic accident left him completely blind, Andrea's world grew darker, but music was there to guide him. It was during this time that he truly discovered the power of sound. He learned that through music, he could transcend his physical limitations, and it became the language through which he could connect with the world. A tragic loss and a new beginning, Andrea's musical revelation. At the age of 12, Andrea faced a life-changing moment that would alter the course of his future. During a football match, a blow to the head caused a brain hemorrhage, and the faint vision he had relied on disappeared. Doctors fought to save him, but it was during his recovery that music became his refuge. It was in the stillness of the hospital room that a miracle occurred. A recording of the renowned tenor Franco Corelli filled the room, and Andrea, moved to tears, realized that this was the path he was meant to follow. Despite being plunged into total darkness, Andrea found light through music. He would later recall that the voice he heard that day awakened something deep within him, sparking a lifelong commitment to become a musician. It was in that moment that Andrea Bocelli, the blind boy, was reborn as a man destined to share his voice with the world. A childhood of struggles, the boarding school years. Andrea's childhood, though filled with love, was not without its challenges. After losing his sight, he was sent to a boarding school for the blind. This experience, though isolating, was formative. Life at the school was harsh, and Andrea felt the weight of separation from his family. Yet even in the darkest of times, music remained his constant companion. He would often lie awake at night, missing home, but the sound of the wind and the songs of distant birds helped him feel connected to something greater than himself. Music for Andrea became his light in the darkness. His time at the boarding school taught him resilience, patience, and self-discipline. It was here that he began to truly understand that his voice, his music, could transcend the physical world, and he began to dream of a future where he could share his gift with others. The turning point, a fateful encounter with Zucchero. In 1992, Andrea Bocelli's life would take a dramatic turn. Italian rock singer Zucchero Fornaciari was seeking a tenor to record a demo of his song Miserere to send to the legendary Luciano Pavarotti. A mutual acquaintance introduced Andrea to Zucchero, and Andrea was invited to audition. As he sang, his voice captured the essence of the song, and Zucchero was immediately impressed. When the demo was sent to Pavarotti, the maestro's reaction was immediate and enthusiastic. "Why do you need me when you already have this man?" This comment was the spark that ignited Andrea's professional career. Within months, he was performing in large venues across Europe, stepping into a spotlight he had never dared to dream of. It was a moment that would change Andrea's life forever, and his journey into the global music scene began. A Star is Born, Sanremo, and Time to Say Goodbye. Andrea Bocelli's career soared to new heights after his first victory at the prestigious Sanremo Music Festival in 1994, where he captivated Italy with his performance of Il mare calmo della sera, the calm sea of the evening. This victory marked the beginning of his rise as an international star, but it was his collaboration with soprano Sarah Brightman on Time to Say Goodbye in 1996 that would forever cement his place in music history. The song became a global sensation, topping the charts in over 20 countries and selling millions of copies. Bocelli's voice, both powerful and tender, resonated deeply with listeners. His unique blend of classical and popular music made him a household name, and soon his performances were filling concert halls around the world. Time to Say Goodbye became a universal anthem, a testament to Bocelli's ability to evoke deep emotions through his music. Global success, Romanza, and Sacred Aria. In 1997, Andrea Bocelli's album Romanza became the best-selling classical crossover album of all time, selling over 25 million copies. The success of the album propelled him into the global spotlight, and Bocelli's fame continued to soar. In 1999, his album Sacred Aria was recognized by the Guinness World Records as the best-selling classical album in history. He performed at prestigious events, including at the White House for President Bill Clinton and British Prime Minister Tony Blair. His performances across Europe, the United States, and beyond were met with standing ovations, and Bocelli's voice, which transcended boundaries, became a symbol of the power of music to unite people. Despite facing criticism from some traditional opera critics, Bocelli remained undeterred, always responding with grace. Art is not about rules, it's about emotion. His music reached not just the elite, but also the masses, making opera accessible to everyone, defying the darkness, performing in silence. Andrea Bocelli's journey was not just about fame or success. It was about proving that physical limitations could not diminish the power of the human spirit. As a blind man, Bocelli navigated stages and concert halls without sight, relying on his memory and the acoustics of the venue. He would often perform in silence, finding his way through the music and the emotions of the audience. One of the most memorable moments in his career occurred during his Voices of Hope tour in Florence. A fierce storm and heavy rain struck the venue, but Bocelli continued to sing, his voice unwavering despite the adverse conditions. The audience, moved by his perseverance and dedication, was brought to tears. Bocelli's ability to connect with his audience, despite the physical challenges he faced, became a testament to his strength and the universal power of music, love, and sacrifice. The story of Andrea and Enrica. Andrea Bocelli's journey was not just defined by his music, but by the love and support of those closest to him. Enrica, a high school student, was drawn to Bocelli's voice when she heard him play in a small bar in Pisa. Though there was a 12-year age gap, their connection was immediate. Enrica, who later became Bocelli's wife, encouraged him to abandon law and pursue his musical dreams. Together they worked side by side, with Enrica supporting him both emotionally and financially as he studied under the legendary Franco Corelli. Their love story was built on empathy and a deep understanding of one another, and they married in 1992. Their first years together were marked by happiness, the birth of 2 sons, and a quiet life in Tuscany. However, as Bocelli's career soared, The pressures of fame began to create distance between them, leading to their separation in 2002. Despite the end of their marriage, Bocelli spoke kindly of Enrica, and they maintained a respectful, amicable relationship, co-parenting their children with love. A new chapter, Andrea Bocelli and Veronica. In 2014, Andrea Bocelli married his second wife, Veronica Berti, a woman who had supported him through the later years of his career. Veronica, who had been with Bocelli for many years before their marriage, became a constant source of strength for him. Their relationship, though forged in the shadows of Bocelli's fame, grew into a partnership rooted in mutual respect and understanding. Veronica's quiet support allowed Bocelli to focus on his music, while she remained out of the limelight, supporting her husband from behind the scenes. Together, they continued to build a life in Tuscany, raising their family in the peaceful surroundings of their home. Bocelli's marriage to Veronica marked a new chapter in his life, and their love continues to flourish in the presence of their children.